Who were you a fan of growing up? What football team?
I don't want to talk about that.
If you don't answer me correctly, I'm going to pull up that picture of you and a Tom Brady Patriots.
We
have that picture, right?
I don't want to talk
Jaylon,
about that.
You know you're an honest, good man.
I don't want to talk about that. No, that's not good.
You can't lie to me.
That's bad for business.
Why were you
America's team, baby. I'm a Dallas Cowboy.
Coaches and officials not seeing eye to eye. Does eye black work or just look good? And a cowboy with a clear eye view today on NFL Films presents. Congratulations, you're a college graduate.
That feel good.
That
sound good. Say it again.
Jaylon Smith, you are a college graduate.
From the University of Notre Dame.
How important was it for you to go back and get your degree?
Very significant for my family, for my future kids. Mm-hmm. Yes, I will be married someday and I will have kids.
How many kids do you want, Jaylon?
I want 5.
You want 5 kids?
I come from a big family, 7 siblings.
I hope your bride-to-be is on board with that.
Yeah. And my first daughter name will be Catalea.
Catalea?
It's an orchid.
It's an orchid?
Yes, it's a Colombian orchid. It's my favorite flower.
Catalea. If it seems like Cowboys linebacker Jaylon Smith can see into the future, there's a reason for that. Because while he was at Notre Dame, he had the foresight to create a life mantra.
Clear eye view.
Okay, explain that to me.
What it means is a focused vision, a determined belief, and earned dreams.
Okay.
We got a clear eye view, we ready.
It's being able to see something clearly, what you want to accomplish.
What we chasing? Chasing that perfection, come on now.
Determined belief is about a self-belief that you can accomplish that goal, a belief in God that He has your back.
After the voting for the Ed Block Courage Award yesterday, I want everybody to help congratulate Jaylon Smith.
And then earned dreams is just about how bad you want it. What work are you willing to put in?
The swipe right there by Jaylon Smith.
Hard work has helped Smith become one of the NFL's best linebackers. But as a kid, his goal was simply to be as good as his big brother.
I grew up in my brother's shadow. My brother was like, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, he was like King Kong,
Yeah.
So I was Little Smooth, so our nicknames are Smooth,
Mm-hmm.
Big Smooth and Little Smooth. I grew up watching him and wanting to be like him. And it got to a point where it was like, okay, I'm pretty damn good myself.
Little Smooth was exactly that in high school as a running back. He led Bishop Luers to 4 state championships. And he won the Buckus Award as the country's best linebacker.
My dad really wanted me to go to Ohio State so I could play with my brother.
His father wasn't the only one who wanted Jaylon to be a Buckeye.
My first coaching job after I retired was at Ohio State, so I actually recruited Jaylon. And he's like, Coach, I used to love you as a Patriot. You're my favorite player. And I'm thinking, this recruiting thing is going to be easy.
My favorite player.
He was your favorite player growing up, and he's clearly a better coach than salesman because he couldn't recruit you to come there.
He came to my high school, too.
Did
and
he?
we damn near worked out together, too.
At Notre Dame, the play of the man with the clear eye view was eye-popping.
Talk about a guy who leaped off the tape. I mean, he was sideline to sideline, the way he ran, the way he hit people. It was like, wow, this is an unbelievable football player. And then to have that injury happen.
And I'm sure this is Jaylon Smith's worst nightmare, and you hope it's nothing serious with Smith, not just for today, but there is a young man with a very bright future. Ooh, boy. There are a lot of NFL people here today. I talked to one personnel man who said he thinks Jaylon Smith is the best player in the draft.
Why now? I had never been hurt in my entire life before. Getting ready to go into surgery, just a little nervous initially.
Smith tore his ACL and his LCL, and nerve damage left him with a condition known as drop foot.
I couldn't lift my foot up. Couldn't lift this left foot up for about a year and a half. So it was a journey. I had to go through a lot. Walk again. But it was something that I prepared myself for, even prior to getting injured.
What do you mean by that?
I'm a guy that's big on analysis, and I was able to do a SWOT analysis on myself, writing out my strengths, my weaknesses, my opportunities, and my threats. One of my threats were injury, When it occurred, it was like, okay, this is something that you knew, Jaylon. Now it's time to really live out this clear-eyed view.
In all the years we've been doing this, I haven't felt as badly for a kid as I do Jaylon Smith.
Teams, they love you on the field, but of course they have the question about the leg. What do you tell them?
I tell them that, I'm the best player in the draft. I just can't show it right now.
That's a franchise face right there. And the question is where does he fall in the draft? How far does he fall because of the medical?
We don't like to talk about our medical reports, but weren't very good on his future as far as playing football.
There were a lot of reports that said he wouldn't play the game again.
My confidence came from meeting the guy. We're at the Combine and we have these big room interviews. He made this incredible impression. He comes in and he has this incredible head and his arms, and he kind of shakes your hand from across the room and he squeezes it hard and this smile, and he just had this spirit about him. When you think about having the courage enough to draft a guy like that with all this uncertainty, you go back to those images.
Jaylon.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Congratulations, man.
Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much.
Well, we're so excited to have you, and you're gonna love it here. And I just want to say congratulations, and can't wait to get you down here and get you working.
You too. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir.
You got it.
All right now.
With the 34th pick in the 2016 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Jaylon Smith, linebacker, Notre Dame.
Wow! That's an investment right there. They're going to get a great football player.
They're going to get a great football player. Did you hear that? I got goosebumps. Did you hear?
Congratulations, man. Hey, we going to Dallas.
By becoming a Dallas Cowboy, Jaylon became a teammate of his older brother, Rod, Big Smooth. But because of his injury, Jaylon didn't put on a Cowboys uniform his entire first season. You are synonymous with optimism. You have the megawatt smile, the very charismatic, positive energy about you. But in that time, when you're rehabbing and trying to just get back, was there a moment that you thought, I'm never gonna play football again?
No. I refused to allow myself to think in that negative light. Nerves heal on their own. Doctors say they're supposed to heal like a millimeter a day. It's really God's timing. So patience was definitely a virtue.
5'4", how we doing, man? You're doing great. Making any progress?
He and I had a great moment in the exit interview after that year.
We're progressing?
I said, how you doing? In my office. He says, I'm doing great. I could play next week. And he gets down in his stance and comes out of his stance, kind of running across my office.
He's been running down NFL ball carriers ever since.
Hell of an effort. This is speed now. Watch him sprint to the football. Man, is that fast or what?
We can be fast. We can be fast.
Sack strip for Jaylon Smith, his first pro sack.
How about Jaylon Smith? You saw it all. You saw instinct, burst, physical.
Did you ever doubt this kid would be able to come back from all those issues after the knee and nerve issues?
You root for kids like this. He's got a great attitude, great spirit about him.
This is why they went after Jaylon Smith despite the injury. The speed of Jaylon Smith to just beat him to the corner and save the Cowboys. Every single week you see him improving.
I see you 5'4", keep balling. That's what I'm talking about, Smooth.
I ain't gonna lie, when he came down here and he was like in the hospital, I was so sad. Boy, it came a long way though. He came a long way.
There were some great moments when Jaylon had big plays or Rod had big plays.
That is the first rushing touchdown of Rod Smith's NFL career.
Proud of you, baby. Proud of you. Love you, bro.
Running right hand, sack fumble. Jaylon Smith recovers at the 30.
These guys chasing each other down the field and hugging each other and having this brother and brother moment.
Touchdown, Jaylon Smith.
It kind of reminded me of two kids in the backyard, brothers, playing together and playing with that spirit when they're 8, 9, 10 years old. And the experiences those guys have had through their whole life, and now they're doing it for the Dallas Cowboys.
Rod Smith signed with the New York Giants prior to the 2019 season. But Jaylon's story in Dallas continues, and those who have faced him twice a season appreciate what he's accomplished.
Jaylon Smith is almost impossible to hear.
To see a guy like that fight back and perform the way he is, even though he's a Cowboy, I love to see guys overcome odds like that in adversity.
Wentz keeps. Down he goes. Play made by Smith.
I'm happy for him. To play the way he's playing has been nothing short of a miracle.
Whatever we thought, which was we think this guy's the best kid ever, he's met that or exceeded that. We absolutely love the kid. It's impossible not to just be inspired by him. It's an incredible story.
To have an organization have faith in you and take a chance on you feels so great. Knowing that Jerry and the Cowboys organization are getting like the return on their investment.
Hey, we're gonna keep this thing going. We got a clear eye view, and let's finish this fight. Go Cowboys. Perfect. Thank you. Yep.